granddad's little coin wallet. You ever seen one of those? It's like
a little cylindrical thing.
Not really. It's like a little tray. It's like a half crescent shape.
Okay.
And that he'd open it up, and the coins would like flop down from one side. They'd slide down into the tray that's been made by the other side of leather.
Okay.
And he'd take his coins out, whatever, use them to buy, fruit pastels or whatever at the corner shop,
Yeah.
and then he'd like slide them back down and clip it up again. You ever seen one of those?
No, I haven't. That sounds great.
That's great. I mean, that's good that you've not heard of it because you're not a granddad yet. But
Yeah.
as soon as you become one, you need to buy one. That's the way that you do things.
Interesting.
As a granddad.
Okay.
You need to be able to buy toffees at all times, like in the corner shop.
Yeah. Werther's Originals. You need at least £1.20 or whatever a pack of Werther's costs now. At all times, you need that.
Yeah.
That's interesting because my granddad, and I think I would probably do this on purpose to try and sort of, honour him. You'd know he was in the same shop as you just by the jingling of coins in his trousers. You'd hear it from 2 aisles away. You'd hear him jingling around because he'd
in
go
his
to the
slacks.
shops. Yeah, in his slacks. Yeah, because he was one of these guys that would just go to the shops like 3 times a day purely to talk to people and just have a chat. He'd on purpose miss stuff off the list that my nan had given him that day, just give him an excuse to go back down. And so the chance of you running into him in the shop was pretty high. And
odds.
like I say, you knew he was coming. You could sort of ambush him around the corner because you knew it was him. So I think I might take up your stance of just letting it hang. Assuming we even have coins by the time we're grandparents. I mean, come on, that's not even going to exist, is it?
I mean, I've even heard a conspiracy theory that COVID has been created to eliminate cash. I mean, it's lunacy, but it has. I'm sure it has actually decreased cash usage, right? Because a lot of shops don't take it anymore, all that sort of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's always got to be a base level of cash in the world for it still to function. It's got to work, and I'm all for it. Cash is, especially coins. That's real money. Because paper money is an IOU, isn't it? Even says on the banknote that this isn't money. Like the bearer owes you the sum of £20 or whatever it says on a score. I like a bit of cash. It's good. You've got to keep a bit of cash in the car, in the glove box. I mean, I get robbed. My car gets broken into every 2-3 years, I guess. Yeah. And they always take the sort of £3.20 in the little the little well in the car. But that's fine. That's a price worth paying. You've got to have change, right?
I think so too. Yeah.
The other thing that I want to talk about cash-wise is the fact that I've got a massive... instead of carrying it around like you in your wallet, in the little place in your wallet, I've got a tin. One of those old Chinese tins, red and black things. You get them in sort of... You see them in Chinese restaurants sometimes on the wall.
Like a mint tin?
Yeah, it's like a square, like a tall rectangular tin. They come in different sizes. They've got like sort of Chinese scenes on the side, red and black. They must have been popular in the 80s or 90s or something.
Are they like cigarette tins that used to come with like... You'd
no,
open
bigger.
the lid up and they'd be... Oh, okay.
Much bigger. Yeah, like God, I don't know, maybe like 20 centimetres tall.
Okay.
10, yeah. So it's like relatively big. And I put like all my coins in there. So like if ever I use notes and I get change, I just chuck all the change in there. So aside from the coins that go in the car and the coins that go in my slacks, the rest of it go in this Chinese tin, right?
Yeah.
And the missus, she said, you've got to get rid of those coins. And I'm like, well, I can't go into the bank at the moment because you've got to queue around the corner. You're queuing down the street. So I was like, I'll just spend it in Sainsbury's. So I went in, did a big shop, and had like all the pockets of my trousers were full of coins. 2 pockets on the front, 2 on the back were full. As much as like 1p's, 2p's, 5s, anything like was in there. Nothing bigger than a 50 though. So it was low. Right. And I'm in there in Sainsbury's and I go in the self-checkout or whatever, and I've got about 25 quid's worth of shopping. So it's not a big shop, but anyway, 25 quid's worth of shopping. And I'm there for like a good 15 minutes just ploughing coins into this thing. And then the amount of people that gave me that look like, oh, poor bloke. Like, that looked over. They almost offered to pay for my shopping, and I was like, no, it's okay. I've just got a Chinese tin full of coins that I'm trying to get rid of. Like, I'm not poor. But I was just ploughing them all in. And I was like, after a bit, I'm like, you know what? I'm not embarrassed. I don't care. It's money.
Yeah.
Like, it's paying. Exactly. This is like free food because I'd forgotten about all the coins. Do you know what I mean? Paid for the whole shop.
Amazing.
It was almost bang on as well. Like, the most boring chat in the world, but the coinage was almost bang on.
Oh, that's not boring, mate. Don't put yourself down. I live for that stuff.
Have you got any weird little bloke things that you'd like try and do? I know a lot of blokes try and if they're not filling their car up right to the brim to full, they'll always try and get it on the money. Do you know what I mean? On the 20 quid or 50 quid or whatever it is. Like you want to cut that pump off just at the right point. Right.
Oh, yeah. The amount of times I've gone, right, I'll put 30 in. God's sake. All right, 35.
30.01.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
I can't do that.
No. Especially if I'm paying with cash sometimes, which I do, I'll go in and I've got 30 quid exactly in my wallet.
Yeah.
And I go 01 and
oh, Jesus.
You know, this is just, what's the point? You know, might as well just steal it. Anyway, no. But
you just slam the gun back into the pump, you know. I'm not having any of this. Ridiculous. Storm off.
That is a good one, actually. I need to think about that, whether that, like, any like weird bloke tics that I've got that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Filling up's an important one.
Anybody listening who's got a bloke tic, like, that's you've got to let us know. Like anyone. I bet Pete's got it. I bet Pete's got one. The lad we had on last week. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got far more than one.
He's just a nutcase.
Yeah. Now he's not here, we can say what we want about him. This is this is great.
I'm going to get a strongly worded phone call in about 10 minutes. In fact, no, he's just paused the podcast. He's calling me right now as we speak. We love you, Pete. We love you. You're a legend.
That was good. Oh, God.
But yeah, you must have some bloke tics. Let us know. I can't think of any more. I mean, if a bird craps on my car, I will pull over immediately and I will wipe it off with one of those little wipes. And listen, I like to think I'm quite eco-friendly, but the disposable wipes that get bird shit off the car, I will use them. Like, you can't let that stuff burn. It's disgusting. Burns straight through. That'll burn right through to the engine if you leave it, mate.
God, do you do it with your leather BMW gloves and your BMW cap on as well?
Yeah. I've got my car coat on in the car, like my granddad.
Yeah,
fleecy car coat. I've got the string back leather driving gloves. Mate of mine actually bought
Formula One. Like, do BMW even have a Formula One car? I don't think they do they?
I don't think so. No. Too cool for that, mate. Too cool. Yeah. We're busy doing our Formula One laps on the North Circular.
Go for the marathons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God, marathon races. There is more. There's more. There's 100% more of those that I do. I'm sure of it. I just cannot, for the life of me, think of any.
You know what? Let's have a think this week, because this is just something that's cropped up. If we'd had a week to think about it, we could come up with a few, right?
Yeah. Good job.
What I did want to ask you before we delve into pub quiz, is does your missus have any funny crushes? I'm talking celebrities here, like any that.
Oh yeah.
You know, because a lot of there's the classic sort of Friends talking point, isn't there, where they're like, oh, you've got a hall pass for like a celebrity or two or whatever it is.
Sure.
And pretty early on in my relationship with the missus, the topic must have arisen, and she's like, yeah, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Dara O'Brien.
That's a weird one. Oh, God. Well, that just goes to show that funny makes up for looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's a funny guy, but my God. No, I'm not being horrible here. He's all right. He's an average looking guy, I guess. He hasn't got any hair,
he looks like a dad, doesn't he? He looks like a bloke, a dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, bloke points, but he's not usually top of people's like hall pass list, right?
No, absolutely not. I bet he'd be chuffed hearing that though.
Yeah, I bet he would.
Interesting. Yeah. So Caitlin's got one, but I get it. I kind of get it. Josh Brolin, you know him?
Oh yeah. No, to be fair, he's a good-looking bloke.
But like nowadays, even it's
Right.
it's almost more the older Josh Brolin.
Right.
Because obviously, in his younger days, like he was just a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Whereas now he's got the sort of grey hair, the beard, looks pretty scruffy in half the roles he does.
Yeah.
Sicario, though, by the way, those
Banging.
2 films. Yeah, he's good in that. I love a rogue CIA agent interrogating people illegally. God, that's good.
Yeah, man. They are so good. Those 2 Sicario films, they're banging. And Benicio del Toro, that guy,
yeah.
he's brilliant in it, right?
Totally.
Also, one of the best Bond henchmen. I don't want to get bogged down in Bond again, but his henchman in License to Kill, where he's a young guy, he's evil.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's great. Del Toro's awesome.
So Brolin.
Yeah,
I guess he gets better with age, right? He's one of these sort of like chiseled, grizzled. You know, he's got a bit of a crater face as well, hasn't he? Like he's getting all manky and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Tough guy. Yeah, I think that's the weirdest she goes. Well, that's the weirdest she tells me. I'm sure there's more, but yeah. God, I'm trying to think now. But what about you though? You must have a bit of a far left field sort of crush.
You know what? I'm not sure. As soon as I brought this up, I was like, "Oh God, I don't know what mine is." I'll have to think.
You're straight
think
legs,
fast.
like straight down the middle, sort
geez. Listen, any run of the mill '90s supermodel would do me. Listen, I'm not picky. Don't. I'm not bothered. Any supermodel's fine by me.
Any supermodel, yeah.
Any A-list Hollywood celebrity.
See, I was thinking more like 80s, like those wearing those bikinis that like come up to their shoulders, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone from that era, right?
You've got me. Yeah, those women with the big hair, big curly blonde hair in those hilarious. Yeah. You know when they sort of make films that are meant to be set in the 80s now, and there's like a kid's bedroom with some 80s Baywatch style chick with massive blonde hair. Mm-hmm. In fact, it doesn't really matter what colour the hair is. Massive hair, and then one of these swimsuits that goes right up there. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Interesting. So I've actually got one that I know is weird, and recently. So I rewatched all the Harry Potters recently. Oh
God, I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say. I've said this before too, and I'm unashamedly attracted to Beatrix Lestrange, aka Helena Bonham Carter. But the teeth that she has do it for me a little bit.
Aren't they like?
They're disgusting.
Like black?
Yeah, no, they're horrible. But it's just all part of it, you know.
Is it the fact that she could bite you and turn you into a vampire? Is it? It's those sort
possibly
of teeth, isn't it? That sort of...
Exactly. Yeah. It's a weird one. I think probably corset helped, but anyway, it's. I'm not at therapy. We're not trying to figure out the psyche here.
Not at all.
Let's move on.
But have you? I mean, you haven't seen The Crown, have you? But obviously, she plays. Oh God, I forgot her name. Princess Margaret, I think. I think it's the anyway the Queen's rogue sister.
She's the mental one.
She's sort of like feisty. Yeah, she's
okay.
You know, rock and roll sister. Yeah. So yeah, maybe if there was ever another reason for you to watch The Crown, Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah.
Okay.
She's in that as well. God, I'm not trying to conceal my weird fantasies. I just genuinely can't think of one. But I'll dig deep and I'll come back next week. Perhaps I'll see somebody in the week and think, oh yeah. But yeah, it's got to be a funny one though, right? It can't be.
Yeah, sure.
Can't be an absolute stunner because then you never hear the end of it.
Do you have just? I mean, if you don't have one loaded up, we can just cut this out. Do you have a Bond girl?
Oh, good question. Very good question. I mean, they're all great, right? The ones that are springing to mind. Let's think. So the girl from Live and Let Die, the one that can read the cards, she can read into the future. Mm-hmm. Do you know that one?
Is that the Is that the Japan? Oh no! I haven't. No. I haven't.
It's the
I have seen
Caribbean
it.
one.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I haven't done my rewatch of it, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, she's great.
Okay.
Who else? The two from License to Kill.